see where this portal goes. Well, first, augmentation on all of us, since it was wearing off. There is a magical portal here. This must be what Dorcas and his more important agents use to come and go from the fort. It is a small portal. It currently contains very little power. You probably couldn't use it to travel more than a few feet. When it is needed, the wizards of the fortress come to personally channel their own energy into it. This is dangerous and draining, so this portal must be used very sparingly. Alright. I feel like there's something hidden up in here, but... oh, there we go. There's right. There's nothing in here but a wand of the Inferno. Okay. How about over here? Another archer. There's got to be a button somewhere around here. I mean, it looks like there's a hidden passage up there. I would not be surprised. This looks like all we can really explore up here, though. No, there was one other place in the bottom right corner. There we go. I don't see a switch. So I don't know how the hell you get up there. Alright, the only other place is down over here. This may be his quarters. Yep, Dorcas' bedchamber. Platinum ring, cloak and tunic. Radiant plate. No, we don't need that. Radiant shield, same kind of thing. Blasted vambraces, those are very impressive. And chaotic halberd, plus 10 cold resistance, plus 1 dexterity. It's a jinx blade. I like the Sith blood spear a lot better. Those blasted vambraces, no. Nice as it is, we'll just take them. Looks like the only thing we have left, since we can't get in there, is Dorikas himself. Before we start charging in, let's, we'll get some more energy into us. And now, because he wished us to have him join, I am attacking the Loyalist. Can you help me? Alright, try to help me. His face twists into something like a grin. I was provided with a few tricks before I left. He mutters a brief spell. As you watch, amazed, his wounds heal themselves. That feels so much better. I can only do it once, though. I have other spells, ones that hurt. I will meet you downstairs. He jumps up and runs out of the cell. Shortly after, you hear an alarm. Quickly, let us find Dorikas and slay him before the Loyalists can bring in more soldiers. Don't worry, I can aid you. The enchantments I have been given won't last long, but they will be adequate. As you say. But I have a few spells to cast first, because this is about to go very hostile. There we go. At last, after months of hunting, fighting, and dealing with the miserable Avernites, you have reached the goal of your quest. The man facing you at the end of the table is Dorikas. He can be nobody else. He is huge and clad in shining steel armor. He looks powerful enough to have been a dervish at some point before he decided that he would instead become the scourge of the Empire. Dorikas has seen many battles. There is an old nasty burn scar on his cheek. When he walks around the table, his limp is clearly visible. As you inspect him, he sizes you up, no doubt estimating how difficult a foe you will be. So, you are here, despite my best efforts. I must commend you. I am Dorikas, leader of the Dark Side Loyalists. Have you come to parley with me? Sure, I'll parley. What do you have to say? I was once like you, overwhelmed with purpose and honor, a soldier of the Empire, part of a brave lineage that goes back centuries. My eyes were closed, but I opened them. Have you? Have you seen how weak the Empire became? How we tolerate these insolent worms who we once ruled? How we tolerate the presence of monsters? No offense. I have seen that Nephilim and Slitzerekai have a small role to play as loyal servants of the Empire. You are in the middle of my fort. You are trapped. Tell me before the walls close in on you. Have you learned anything in your travel through this foul, mildewy land? The Empire is as strong as it ever was, but now it is more just. Fool. Another fool. Like the fools I have been maneuvering on the surface. You are all weak and indecisive as my allies are not. That is why Prazak's successor will be chosen by my kind, not yours. I should have known that you would not learn. Still, it was best to try. Now that you are trapped, only one hope of survival remains. Surrender. In the civil war to come, you will be a valuable bargaining chip. You will not be tortured, you will simply wait in a cell. Do not reject this last chance to survive. Tell me more about what you are doing on the surface. No. If you surrender, you will see for yourself. Soon Prazak will be dead. There will be a power struggle. I am now sure to prevail. To know more, you will have to live. Can you tell me something about yourself first? I am a loyal servant of the Empire. I have always been a loyal servant of the Empire. That is all that I tell to those who do not work for me. I would rather die than surrender to you. You are wise. My trick did not work. An honorable death in battle is the best thing that remains to you. No matter what happens, you will not live to see my final triumph. Loyalists! Destroy the intruder! I think you will find that you are the one who shall be destroyed. Kill the guards quickly. Dorikas lifts a stout wooden baton from his belt. It is an old, polished length of oak with a large crystal at the tip. Don't think I'm not prepared. I have fought many whelps before you. He waves the wand. Energy flies out in all directions. Dorcas, you think to stop us? You are wrong. You be careful. Yes, cast a few spells up there. Get rid of those while you can. You, another arcane summon. A worm, not exactly the best. Out of range? Ah, come on. Alright, fine. Alright. We can at least kill this guy quickly. Ooh, nice! All of them are even closer now. Delightful. Now we can burn all of them together. Ha! That had to hurt. Ooh, Thomas leveled up. Nice. Alright, why don't you weaken his defenses a bit? There you go. And you are going to Battle Frenzy. Dorcas, you're alone now. You really think you can stop us now? You're surrounded. How much health does he even have? Dionisio, I mean. He's got a fair bit. Surprising. And Dorcas has how much? He's got a lot. Almost 5,000. Wow. But he is surrounded. He will not survive. Well, just to make sure we don't die, Divine Restoration. I bet you slow him a bit more so he can't actually do anything. Now let us kill him. He's got to have some sort of trick up his sleeve, though. Dorcas decides that he does not care for his current tactical position. He raises his baton. It glows with a sickly green light. Being near him makes you feel terrified. Then he runs. Is that the best you got? You will not get out of here. You will die. just to make sure. Terrify again. A valiant effort, but still not enough. You will not escape. Wow, he is not at all resistant to fire. Or barely resistant to fire. He's already at half health. He's still trying to run. He has nowhere to go now. If he tries to cast that spell again, he'll find himself completely trapped. No path from there to my foe. Damn. Oh dear. Our healer is terrified now. Damn it. Alright, weaken him again. Of course. I will not allow him to escape. He's taken a lot of damage. Frozen! Okay, I'll give him that. That was impressive. Now why don't you slow down a bit? He's still trying to run. Get back here, Dorikas. Dorikas seems slightly bruised and winded. You've gained some skill since the first time I tried to kill you. Seems so long ago. Perhaps I should see if Ruth's defenses are as good as she promised. He touches his baton to his chest. There is a brief, blinding flash of light. He roars in pain. When the light fades, he is surrounded by 4 glowing globes of light. Now, touch me if you can! Fire Ward, Ice Ward, Blade Ward, and Power Ward. I think I see what this is doing. And he's still run. That removes that. That's basically the only way he can get any sort of protection. And he's run again. We need to get rid of these, or we're not going to be able to hurt him. Fortunately, it seems that these wards are not protected against what they protect against. The energy ward, I think, is the last thing we don't really need to protect against. And I'll try and find a way to get rid of it anyway. Not what I wanted. Well, there goes the fire ward. He's lost his fire protection. Alright, this will damage his energy protection. Not that it's really as needed. Man, those things have a lot of stun. Alright, there goes that. There we go. Alright. He's got to be around there. Everyone gather up. And we'll start casting our spells again. Come here, you! You're going to die. You will not survive this. Now, how about a little bit more arcane protection? She's almost out of spell energy, but fortunately we have plenty of potions. This battle is going on for quite a while, but we will destroy him. Nice try on the terror. Decides to retire to a place with stronger defenses. Again? Huh. Get after him. Run if you wish, you will fail. There's some terror. But not quite enough. Still, he's running. Ah, he's gone in there. The one room we were not able to get to. Oh, hello. Ah. Fang. Interesting. Yeah, focus on Dorcas. He does have more guards. I expected such. Ooh. And a golem, too. I'm impressed. A fiery sentinel? Apprentice Morgan? I'm impressed. He does have a lot of protection back here. It will not be enough. Apprentice Morgan is going to be rough, so I want her dead. Now. You know, you said you were supposed to have magical spells. You haven't cast any. Alright, Arcane Blow. Oh, that did a lot. That was beautiful. Alright, now finish off Apprentice Morgan. Beautiful. No, no, make it a fire blast. He is falling. A single throne room guard. There goes Fang. Oh look, another golem. Fascinating. He is starting to fall. He doesn't have much left. much health, that is. Oh, we lost the little minion we had. Missed two of them, but no big deal. Dorikas is almost dead. That one guard is low on health too. We have this. Oop, wrong target. Alright. You know what, you finish off that guard. 313 health. And now even less. Another one of these golems. He's almost dead. At last, Dorikas sees that he is defeated. He drops his blade and raises his hands. You ready yourself for the next bit of trickery. The offer of a bribe, begging for his freedom. Neither comes. Instead, he drops to his knees. I always knew that I might fail. I never thought it would come from the hands of one like you. Who would have thought that a mere scout could... It is the end. I will not live in a world where I would have to watch the Empire rot away. I ask you a boon. Please, from one loyal servant of the Empire to another. Strike me down now. Don't let me be paraded through the streets. Don't let me rot away in a cell. Give me a quick, clean death. No. You must return to the surface. You must face justice. Dorikas nods. Not unexpected. Were I Prazak rotting away in her bed, I would demand the same thing of my defeated foe. This is expected, and so I was prepared. He raises his hand. He mutters a word. The final spell Ruth placed upon him takes effect. His head suddenly twists at a horrible angle. His armor clattering, he slumps to the floor, and the dark side loyalists are gone. You are victorious. Now you must leave this ruined keep and face your destiny. We shall. Let's just finish off this guy. These two guys. Why does he have so many fiery sentinels? Oh well. Stop that. Now just die already. Dionisio nudges Dorcas' body with his toe. Then he puts a boot on his neck and snaps his spine. Best to make sure. He turns and bows to you. I thank you for saving my life. I hope that we never end up on the opposite sides of a battlefield. And now that this deed is done, I think we will never have to. He flees from the chamber, no doubt to find a way back to Avernum. It will be a difficult journey, but somehow you are sure that he will succeed. True. He always succeeded in the previous journeys, rough as they were. It was nice to see him again, all the way at the end of this. There we go. And there's a single archer over there. Of course there is. You realize your leader is dead now? There's no reason for you to be fighting now? So why are you? It's pretty much, you're dead now. There's no point. Oh, really? Oh, no wonder. He was stunned. That explains it. Alright, finish this guy off. We'll take a look at what's left in here, and then we'll leave. There we go. At first you thought this was a magical portal. Then you peer within it. It is not for transportation, but for information. Looking within it, you see brief flickering views of the lands around the keep. You see the bridge to the fortress and the dark waters of the river beyond. Its range is low. You can only see things a few miles away. Still, Dorcas must have been able to occasionally watch you as soon as your boat left Venati lands. Most likely, yes. Oh, another one. You know what? Let this one charge out to us. Thank you. Now, die. Just die. Your leader is dead. Your purpose here is done. There. There's nothing else left here. Except one more guard. One more to kill. Your leaders are dead. Surrender. Give up. I give them props for fighting to the very end, even after the guy in charge is dead and gone. I give them props for that. But it's over. We don't really need this, but what the hell. Now, let's get out of here. You stumble out of the dark side Loyalist fortress, exhausted and victorious. You stare out over the long bridge, pondering your long journey home. And then you see armed figures running across the bridge toward you. There are a lot of them. You emerge from Doricas' fortress, battered, bloody, and victorious. You keep expecting for something else to happen, someone else to attack, some vicious booby trap placed by Doricas to get vengeance beyond the grave. Nothing happens. You start to suspect that he is truly beaten. Then you reach the stone bridge over the abyss, and you stop. There are warriors out there, dozens of them, some with swords and others with wands, charging toward the castle. You are desperately outnumbered. And then they get closer, and you realize that they are not the enemy. The charge is led by General Manfred Redmark himself. Somehow the general has found this place and sent a force to attack. You are swept up in the assault. Priests heal you, wizards bless you, and you join the attack on the lair of Dorcas. It is a bit of an anticlimax. Everyone is gone. You are at the general's side when he enters Dorcas' throne room. The bodies are still there. No defenders remain. And yet someone has left a note on the throne. It wasn't there when you left. General Manfred picks it up and reads it. It says simply, "I was always loyal, though you did not see it. This castle is my final gift to the Empire, a fortress within the enemy. Dorikas." General Manfred holds the note in his hand. He is quiet for a moment. "Doricas was the enemy, but we must never forget he wanted our empire to be strong. He was a twisted thing, but deep within his heart there was a noble purpose. The agents of Doricas sent us a message, telling us how to use the portal to reach his castle. We thought that they were betraying him. Now we know that he was summoning us. He was giving the Empire a final gift before the end." He turns to you. "One war ends, another begins. You will be the first person in the underworld to be given the news. Empress Prazak is dead. She has been for a week. She finally succumbed to her wounds. I must return to the surface. There will be a struggle to replace the Empress. When I announce that I have brought about the destruction of Doricas, I should be able to sweep my rivals from the field. You are to stay here. Clean up this fortress, build up its defenses. We have a keep in the lands of Avernum, unknown to them and far from their forces. The gift of Doricas will not be wasted." General Manfred departs soon after, using the portal to return to Black Chasm Outpost and from there to the surface. You, still stuck in the underworld, get to work. All goes as the general predicted. As you work and build in the deepest of the dark tunnels, he engages in months of political maneuvering. Eventually, word comes from the surface. You are at last to return to the sun. The newly crowned Emperor Manfred Redmark wishes to reward you for your aid. You are brought to the throne room where the attack on Empress Prazak began the sequence of events all those months ago. You join others who performed great services for Emperor Redmark, both on the surface and in the underworld. You receive a medal. You receive an ample monetary reward. You were applauded by your countrymen, the citizens of the Empire who were loyal to Prazak and were welcomed into Manfred's government. And finally, you receive your next orders. Your dreams of being kept in the capital or sent to one of the more prestigious cities of the Empire do not last long. You're being returned to Avernum. It isn't hard to figure out why. You have far more experience dealing with the Avernites than most soldiers. Also, you suspect Emperor Redmark doesn't want to keep around any reminders that he didn't hunt down Dorcas himself. You protest as much as you safely can, volunteering for any other post you can think of. You don't succeed. In the end, your knowledge of the underworld dooms you to return there. It is your duty to the Empire. You are given command of Black Chasm Outpost. It could be worse. You have influence, you meet new people, you spend some time as a tourist and eventually develop an appreciation of the beauty of the caves. Owning a share of the Underworld Joint Trade Company helps. Emperor Redmark improves relations between the Empire and Avernum greatly, and the company profits as a result. You become quite wealthy, enough to afford luxuries from the surface. You deal with the Avernites and help to maintain good relations with them. You settle disputes and maintain the trade routes. It is hard, satisfying work. Sometimes you get to go on leave. You return to the surface and get a few all-too-short weeks in the sun. Then, when the warrior who defeated Dorcas is getting too much attention, the Emperor sends you back to the underworld. And so your life goes. You have all you dreamed of when your journey began. You have rank, money, growing influence, even a bit of fame. Everything you hoped for when you became a warrior of the Empire. There's only one thing you didn't plan on. Once you thought that you might fight Evernights, but as the years pass and your hair gets thin and your skin grows pale, and you get used to mushroom ale and lizard steaks, you can't hide from the truth. Your life is tied to the Avernites. You see one every time you look into the mirror. The end. And thus ends Avernum 5, and the tale of the Empire soldiers who long later became Avernites. As every game ends with the Avernites. This one, I enjoyed it. It was nice going through it. There were interesting things. There were plenty of things in there that I didn't do I probably should have done or could have tried. The quests of the geese of Gadwell, the quests of Gadwell, though they would have caused a lot of problems. A couple bonus dungeons of sorts. A few areas I went through in one way, I could have gone through another. This entire game, there was always the opportunity where instead I could join with Dorikas and help him. But instead I did what felt right. I helped the Empire retain its strength and being safe and just and all that. And I helped Redmark become an emperor. Which has a bit of poetic irony in that. Redmark killed the emperor, and now a Redmark sits on the throne. That said, that's the end of this one. But there's still one more Avernum game left. Avernum 6. And if you've been keeping your eyes and ears open, you may have noticed a few rare hints of what we might encounter in that game, of what might be the problem within Avernum in the final game. The tale of Avernum is coming to a close. But that will be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That was Darren, Thomas, Lena, and Sherry. Empire soldiers. Now Avernites. This has been an Avernum 5 Let's Play. And I shall see you all next time.